Now, hello there. How are you? I hope you've been faring on quite well during this weekend. My name is Brian Amwai, and you're just in time for Look Up Weekend here on Lookuptv. And I do hope that you be part of the program by engaging us on our socials at Lookuptv on X, at Lookuptv, that is on Facebook, and also at Amwai Brian. I welcome your feedback. We'll be sampling some of it as we continue with the program tonight. Do tell us where you are watching us from and what you think about the stories that we are running today. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Justin Oko. But first, these are the top stories tonight. On Look Up Weekend tonight,
we have put necessary infrastructure in place to be able to secure the exams.
60,000 security agents deployed across the country to safeguard national exams set for next week. Also tonight,
we would want to give you our assurance that we are ready for these examinations. We can tell you that all the exams that are required are in this country.
Education Ministry reveals plans to curb cheating ahead of national exams on Monday. And
having visa restrictions amongst ourselves is working against us.
President William RUTO calls for abolishment of visa restrictions between African countries to promote trade. All right, let's start the program tonight. The government has deployed at least 60,000 security personnel across the country to secure examination containers and ensure credibility of the national exams across the country. And as Gail Aluda now reports, Interior PS Raymond Omolo has noted that the security agents will include the National Police Service and National Government Administration officers.
As over 3.5 candidates prepare to sit for their national exams from next week, Internal Security and Administration Principal Secretary Raymond Omolo has disclosed that government has set up command centers at national and all regional levels for close monitoring and supervision of the exercise.
We have equally deployed a huge number of our police officers, in excess of 60,000 across the country, who are working closely with the teachers and our colleagues in the Ministry of Education and ICT.
To curb any potential exam malpractices, he said that all examination containers will be located near National Administration government officers, GAOs, manned by security personnel round the clock.
Now that includes setting up of two main command centers, one at the National Examination Council and another one at the Ministry of Interior. And then we also have a support center at Communications Authority for purposes of coordination, but also being able to respond to any issues or incidences, including emergencies that might occur over the period of the examinations.
On matters of impersonification, Omolo said culprits found culpable will be dealt with ruthlessly by the full force of the ministry. On containing technology-enabled cheating such as use of social media platforms to distribute fake exam materials that is against the law, PS said technology gadgets are prohibited near exam vicinities.
DIG, representing the IG, has said we have deployed. Our business is to ensure that those who are trafficking social media messages for the exams are arrested and the law takes its course. We have already made an arrest of somebody who had opened a social media channel for enticing parents to pay for the exams.
Omolo further revealed that preparations includes being ready to handle emergencies such as natural disaster, which includes rains, which can make the roads impassable. Government has activated a multi-sectoral county and sub-county disaster risk management committee to address them immediately.
The reality is that we have been able to contain the level of volatility in that part of the country, and we continue to do that. We have a permanent presence of our security officers, both from the National Police Service as well as the Kenya Defence Forces. And part of why they are there is to ensure that we have calm, so that the people of this part of the country can be able to go about their businesses uninterrupted, including schooling.
Also in Turkana County, County Commissioner Jacob Ouma has assured over 32,000 candidates in the county that over 800 police officers have been deployed to take charge of the volatile areas in the region.
Tumepanga takriban askari 800 wa vitengo mbalimbali vya polisi ambao wataweza kusimamia mtihani ule.
Aludagel, Lookuptv, Nairobi.
Right, now the Ministry of Education has assured candidates and examiners that all loopholes which may lead to cheating during national exams have been sealed. Speaking at St. George's Primary School in Nairobi, Education PS Bello Kipsang said that the government has put in place measures to prevent early exposure to examination papers.
During his visit to St. George's Primary School in Nairobi, Education Principal Secretary Bello Kipsang has deliberated on how his ministry is prepared for the national examinations.
I would want to assure the country that we've already put everything that is there to ensure that the integrity of our examination, both locally and internationally, is respected. So our word is that we are prepared all the way from opening the containers on Monday, and I can tell you it will be a whole government approach. You will see so many of us, our seniors, the cabinet secretaries, my colleagues, the PSS, and the entire government.
Yes, Kipsang, who sent his well wishes to the KCP and Kipsang candidates in the school, maintained that his ministry, in collaboration with other ministries, will ensure that all eligible candidates countrywide sit for the examinations as planned.
Issues of rain and the mapping that we have done. Already we know we have a few places where there is enhanced rains, and therefore we may need to enhance our logistics arrangement. But I would want to assure you that as government we have put in place all that which is needed.
The PS has, however, noted that the ministry has put necessary measures to ensure that exam credibility is upheld.
As soon as that we are collecting this examination twice, is trying to deal with some of the challenges that were there, not only in last year's examination, but in the examinations that we have been doing in the years before. The early exposure question, because that has been our biggest challenge. And one of the ways that we think we shall address it this year is when the exam is picked twice. Because the challenge that we had, the examination was picked at 6 in the morning. Sometimes it would stay with the teachers and our security teams, but once in a while there were lapses, and sometimes some of these papers would be exposed early.
More than 3.5 candidates in the country are expected to sit for the national examinations, which commenced on 30th October and are expected to be completed by 24th of November, in which 1.4 candidates will sit for KCPE, 1.2 for Kipsang, and 903,260,000 for KCSE examinations. Beatrice Kageha, Lookuptv.
Thank you, Kageha, for that particular report. Away from that, our students across the country continue with the final touches on preparations for this year's national examinations. The fate of 24 candidates at St. Mark's Bulanda Secondary School hangs in the balance after they went missing immediately after registering for the exams at the beginning of the year. Now, Bulanda head teacher Simon Bae says concerted efforts to get the 24 students prepared for the exams have not yielded fruits, results barely 48 hours before the exercise begins. Henry Tende now reports.
Melodious tunes as students of St. Mark's Bulanda Secondary School prepare their fortitude ahead of the start of this year's KCSE exams. 42 students here are upbeat about the exam that's just about to begin, as they received relevant material like calculators to facilitate the exercise. Amid these preparations, a cloud of uncertainty hangs over the fate of 24 students who were among this lot but whom have disappeared not to be seen, their whereabouts unknown. The 24 are said to have vanished after successfully registering for the KCSE exams at the start of this year.
Sasa tuko na wanafunzi 38 out of the 63. Kuna wale hawajai kuja shule tangu term 1 kutokana na shida za nyumbani. Sijakutana nao kama 10 hivi, lakini hao wengine ni wamekaa tu nyumbani kwa sababu pengine wako na shida tofauti, challenges tofauti. Lakini tuna imani hao wenye wanakuja shule 42 wanakuja shule kila siku watatupatia alama ambazo tunatarajia.
Efforts to locate them have hit a dead snag barely 48 hours to the start of the national examination exercise, with question marks now rife on whether they will manage to sit for this crucial exam.
Kwa saizi tuko na registered candidates 63 ambao tunatarajia watafanya mtihani wa KCSE wenye mnakuja kuanzia tarehe 6. Na nimeshukuru kwamba Bwana Boniface ametutembelea. Wengi wao hawajiwezi, wazazi wao hawajiwezi kununua calculator, ni bei ghali, geometrical set na the log tables, they are very expensive. Most of the parents cannot afford.
A spotlight across Kakamega County has revealed most schools have adequately prepared for the exercise. Kakamega Governor Ian Fernandez visiting some of the schools to encourage candidates. Henry Tende, Lookuptv.
Now, President William RUTO has called on African nations to eliminate visa restrictions and tariffs, which he says are unnecessary hindrances to trade. Now, speaking at the summit of the 3 basins on biodiversity, ecosystems and tropical forests in Brazzaville, the Republic of Congo, RUTO has urged leaders to accelerate the Africa Continental Free Trade Area Agreement.
27 countries in Europe today, with 430 million people, removed visas. We still have visas. Let me persuade us that it is time we in this continent realize that having visa restrictions amongst ourselves is working against us. When people cannot travel, business people cannot travel, entrepreneurs cannot travel, we all become net losers. I am very happy that we are now moving in the direction of eliminating visas amongst ourselves. Let me say this. As Kenya, by the end of this year, no African will be required to have a visa to come to Kenya. The intra-trade within the East African community is already at 27%. Because we have taken the deliberate decision to remove unnecessary tariffs and visa regulations. I am also very happy that my father here, President Sassou Nguesso, when he came to Kenya, we agreed that there will be no visa requirement between the between Kenya and the Democratic Republic of Congo, Brazzaville. I am also happy that last month, when we removed visa requirements for DRC, my brother, President Felix Tshisekedi, also removed visa requirements for Kenyans to DRC.
All right, I do believe we have to take one more story before we go for a break. Now, Health CS Susan Nahumicha has cautioned contractors managing leased medical equipment that they risk losing their contracts if the equipment. Now listen, I must have made a mistake there. We are due for our first break here on the program. When we come back, we'll be taking a look at this particular story of the health agenda with John Matava. All right.
Introducing the Kenya Trade Fair Fusion Sales Drive event in the heart of Nairobi at the Kenya National Archives. It's not just an event, it's sales generation with a remarkable return on investment. Get ready to let your booth do the talking as you study new market trends with lots of entertainment featuring traditional live bands, DJs and artists. For vendor registration, call 0724 715 334 or 0713 907 584 or 0723 861 173.
Infinity Industrial Park is one of the largest private industrial parks located along Eastern Bypass, Nairobi, which provides modern infrastructure for smooth operations for industries and business enterprises. Infinity Industrial Park offers world-class amenities and facilities with wide roads, a police station, a power substation, fire station, public transport stage, hospital, and shopping mall. In addition, Infinity Industrial Park also offers CCTV cameras, 24-hour private armed security patrol, sewer, water, fiber optic cable, and 3-phase power connection, added to public utility, canteen, and dining areas. Sail on the golden opportunity to invest in Infinity Industrial Park fully serviced warehouses at a special price of 3,569 Kenyan shillings per square foot. For more inquiries, visit our website infinityindustrialpark.com.
All right, now Health CS Susan Nahumicha has cautioned contractors managing leased medical equipment that they risk losing their contracts if the equipment is mismanaged. Now speaking in Kwale, where she handed over medical kits to community health promoters, the Health CS stated that the government is keen on ensuring quality health services that are available to all Kenyans.
As cancer awareness continues to be marked this month, Health Cabinet Secretary Susan Nahumicha led breast cancer awareness in Sambweni, Kwale County, where she also launched the Universal Healthcare Plan for All, issuing 1,670 health promoters kits to aid bring healthcare services closer to the people.
Sisi wahudumu wa jamii thabiti. Mikono wazi. Mikono wazi. Jukumu letu ndivyo ndivyo. Jukumu letu.
The drive saw 1,670 healthcare promoters commissioned and handed over tools of work, including smartphones, among others. The Cabinet Secretary also promised them an increment of government stipend so as to deliver their mandate to the people accordingly.
Nimekuja leo kuhakikisha ya kwamba hao wahudumu wa nyanjani wako hapa. Na nimewaona wako kwa wingi. Na leo pia wametia ahadi ya kuhudumia watu wa Kwale. Na vile rais mwenyewe alisema, mimi kama mtu wake wa mkono nimetimiza ahadi. Alisema atawatrain. Si mumetrainiwa? Alisema atawapatia kit si mmepata? Alisema atawapatia smartphone mpya. Mumepata mjapata? Si mumepata, nimeleta leo. Imebaki kitu kidogo tu. Alisema ya kwamba stipend atawaongezea. Na nataka kuhakikishia kuanzia mwisho wa huu mwezi sisi kama national government tuko tayari kupeana stipend yetu.
While speaking at the event, Nahumicha warned the contracted offices to work diligently and report on time in case the kits don't work in order to ensure smooth rollout of the services.
Wale ambao tumepatia hii kazi ya managed equipment services. Ukijua equipment yako iko hospitali na haifanyi, hakikisha inafanya. Haswa yule ambaye wa dialysis pale yuko. Kwa sababu najua hii ni media na atanisikia. 2 kati ya 5 ndio zinafanya kazi. Kufikia Jumanne wiki ijayo, lazima hizo dialysis zingine 3 ziwe zinafanya kazi. La sivyo avunge virago, akwende tulete mtu mwingine ahudumie watu wa hapa Kwale.
John Matava, Lookuptv.
Right, thank you, Matava, for that. Nakuru County Government has stopped construction of market stalls on encroached parcel of land within Nakuru Central District in a bid to create order in the city. This move comes after Kenya's capital city of Nairobi announced plans to keep hawkers out of the CBD. Saturday morning, they woke up to stop what they term as land grabbing and encroachment on pedestrian footpath. The county government came out with a group of traders, their main mission to stop construction of these stalls. Traders raised alarm with the local authorities over the alleged encroachment with building materials already on site, citing lack of approval from the county government.
Kama ni soko ya chakula tunajua ni moja, si ni ile? Soko ya nguo si ni ile? Hatutakubali vitu zikuja kuwekwa kwa barabara huku nje, zinamalizia vijana wetu kazi, wamama wetu kazi na wafanyabiashara wetu kazi. Na ikuwe onyo. Kabisa. Ikuwe onyo. Sio hizi. Hata pengine mahali popote wataweka. Tutazipata huko na tutazitoa. Ama si ndivyo?
Who has done this? We suspect yesterday when we were taking over the hospital and the security was deployed very heavily, that's when they attempted to do the construction. So we haven't established who is doing this, but we will be able to establish that in the course of the day. What we want to say, it was an illegal construction. There was no permit approved by the county government and they're obstructing on a walk path. Thank you.
The traders barricaded the Mburu Gishua Road as they made efforts to remove the construction materials from the blocked walkways.
Mimi ndio mwenyekiti wa soko ya Nasha Market. Na pia hatuwezi kubali vitu kama hizi zikuja zianze kuwekwa hapa juu zinamaliza hii soko yetu kazi. So kama ni vibanda, watu wanunue ploti zao waeke kwa ploti zao, si kwa barabara na si kwa ukuta.
The Nakuru County Secretary Samuel Maura has also castigated land grabbers, warning that land grabbing and encroachment in the county will not be further condoned.
But anybody who wants to do any form of development must seek development approval from the county government. We also want to tell the people that this is a city. People must have ability to walk between one street to the next, and this is totally unacceptable. We cannot have people constructing on walkways for any reason. So this won't be accepted, but we also want to ask the community to keep peace so that we don't have such kind of incidences.
Brian Amwai, Lookuptv. Now, police in Meru had a rough time dispersing a crowd of irate residents who were demonstrating to demand the transfer of Nkabune Technical Training Institute Eunice Njenga over alleged mismanagement. Now, the residents say students' enrollment at the institute has drastically gone down, affecting hundreds of businesses that relied on the students as customers.
Businesses around Nkabune Technical Training Institute in Meru County were brought to a standstill as residents who live around this institution engaged police in running battles. Tear gas sound renting the air as police dispersed the crowd. The irate residents want Nkabune principal Eunice Njenga transferred, reason being they allege she has mismanaged the institution, making students shy away.
Shule imeisha. Wanafunzi wakikuja kwa mtoka bodaboda hakuna transport hapa Kaduri. Sasa tunaomba mwalimu afanye nini? Ndio Nkabune ipate amani afanye nini? Mwalimu amemalisha shule kabisa. Na tunasema mpaka aende. Lazima aende. Shule yake apate Nkabune tena. Amezoeana na watu wa Nkabune, amemalisha shule kabisa. Hataki kuangalia mambo ya wafanyikazi wa biashara. Community ameachana naye kabisa. Watu outside ndio wako wengi, hakuna wanafunzi. Tumejaribu kufanya kazi na tumeshindwa. Kuna marketing ya shule siku hizi, before ilikuwa lakini sasa hizi hakuna.
Most of the demonstrators comprising of business vendors who rely on a large number of students as customers for their business. They say they are counting huge losses as these students continue to shy away.
Wakati wa mwalimu Tunga kulikuwa na wanafunzi wengi na kulikuwa na maendeleo, mijengo na mamengi, hata wafanyikazi walikuwa wengi. Kule pale shuleni walikuwa wanaajiriwa, na saa hizi wale wanafunzi wako ni kama 400.
Kabune's leadership maintain the residents are misguided as the institution has taken every possible measure to enhance education and enrollment at the facility.
This is like the poor roads that we have to assess the school, but different authorities have been informed of the same, and we are waiting for their responses, because many challenges we have with new students, they don't want to come to the school due to the poor roads on daily basis.
Reporting for Lookup, I'm Jengi Timothy.
Now let's get sporty tonight. Kenya Darts Federation today held a 2-day Africa Darts Series tournament in Westlands, Nairobi, with 60 players from different parts of the country participating. Now the winner will take home 5,000 Kenya shillings as the grand prize.
Wadatu wanapenda mchezo sana kwa sababu ya chati ya seeding we are 64 already. Tuko wanadada 64.
As we have been challenged when we went to South Africa to play this game, and we really wanted to see how much and how many people can be able to join the group so that we can push our darts in Kenya forward to an international standard.
Problem ile iko at the moment, that's haijaanza kwa grassroots. As in, we don't have darts academies, we don't have those tires the darts. Like personally, I started playing maybe after high school. But if we had those grassroots levels, training, serious coaching, and that's ingekuwa poa.
Now, league leaders Posta Rangers held a goalless draw against reigning champions Gor Mahia at Kasarani Stadium. Now, Kogalo currently sits second in the log with 16 points. Now, in other results, Posta Rangers continued with an impressive performance, smashing Bandari 2-0 at Kasarani Annex. Robert Matano's side, Brewers, bagged 3 points after beating Watoto wa Mungu Sofapaka 1-0 at Kenyatta Stadium in Machakos County. The FKF Premier League continues tomorrow with newcomers from Kisii Highlands, Shabana FC taking on Ulinzi Stars at Ulinzi Sports Complex.
Rollover by any means. They've only lost one game this season, and that continues. They've had a reasonably tight defense, and yeah, look, we also played them in pre-season, and that was sort of a tie as well. Each team sort of won one half, so we knew it was going to be really tight today. Full credit to them. You know, they covered in well. They played on the counter-attack well. You know, I think, you know, taking a point in a game like this is okay.
I think we deserved to win, but we didn't score goals, so we didn't win. We've shared a point each, but it was an even match, a balanced match. But kulikuwa na incidents zenye referee failed to give a penalty, and I believe if it would have happened to Gor Mahia side, I think wangepewa.
All right, now we have come to the end of our bulletin tonight. I do want to thank you so much for making time for Lookup Weekend here on Lookuptv. We don't take your time for granted and also your feedback. Let's do this again tomorrow, again on Lookup Weekend. My name is Brian Amoya. Sign language interpreter tonight has been Justin Ouko. On behalf of everyone that has made this one a success tonight, I do want to thank you so much for watching and wish you a good night tonight. Good night.
We value your feedback.